Hey, what's up, everybody? So we are going to be making Instant Pot Sloppy Joes. It's going to be the most amazing, the most awesome Sloppy Joes ever. It's not going to be that garbage from a can, that Manwich or that Sloppy Joe mix that you would pick up at the grocery store in a jar or in a can. That is garbage. That's full of sugar, preservatives. No, this is going to be the best homemade Sloppy Joe ever. And I'm going to show you from start to finish exactly how we are going to put this together. So to put these Sloppy Joes together, it's really very simple. Fresh ingredients, fresh spices, fresh vegetables, some seasonings, and I'm going to show you everything that I'm going to put in these Sloppy Joes, and these will be the best Sloppy Joes that you ever made. So like I said, fresh vegetables. We're going to use some bell pepper. We're going to use some onion. We're going to use green bell pepper. We're going to use red bell pepper. And I'm going to get all this stuff cut up. And we're also going to use fresh garlic and a lot of different spices. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to put in all this stuff. So first, I'm going to get all these vegetables cut up. I'm not going to do all this on camera, but I will do one green bell pepper on camera. Then after that, I will get them all cut up. So to me, it's all about fresh cooking. Fresh cooking is always the best way to go. Now for the bell peppers, I like to cut them up in pretty small pieces. You don't want to, when you're eating your Sloppy Joe, you don't want to have big, really big pieces of bell pepper, of onion, or anything else, of garlic. So everything is going to be pretty small. So we're going to cut this one bell pepper on camera, and then I'm going to cut everything else off camera and get right to what everybody wants to see. I'm going to show you all the spices, all the ingredients that I use in the best Sloppy Joes ever. Yeah, we want to make sure we get these in pretty small pieces. There we go. And then we have one more left. But I'm going to be doing two rather large, medium to large size green bell peppers, two medium to large red bell peppers, and two fairly good size, let me show you, two pretty good size yellow, or you can do sweet onions, but these here are yellow onions. So we're going to do also a couple of these. I'm going to get all of these cut up, and I'll be right back. All right, so all the vegetables are all cut up. The red sweet bell pepper, the green bell pepper, the onions, everything is all cut up. So what we are going to start doing now is we are going to start cooking the beef in the Instant Pot on saute. Now what I am using is an 85-15 organic grass-fed ground beef. You can use whatever you want. I always use, when I can, organic grass-fed beef, but we're going to start cooking this on saute mode in the Instant Pot. All right, so the Instant Pot is on saute mode, and we have the beef in the Instant Pot, and what we don't want to brown it. The Instant Pot is not really good if you want to sear something, if you want to really get a deep, dark browning color, but that's not what we want to do. If I wanted to sear something or brown something, I would use a pan. The Instant Pot gets pretty hot on saute, but it's not very good at searing. But that's not, I don't like to get my meat, I don't like my meat to be, really dark brown. There's a lot of things that I like to sear, and I like to have that really dark brown color on meat. Color in most cases does equal flavor, but for Sloppy Joes, I just do not want that color on these. So I just want to get these pretty much cooked through. I want to get the beef cooked through, and then I'm going to add the vegetables. But let's go take a look and see what spices I'm also going to add in here. So once the beef is cooked pretty much all through, then I'm going to add the vegetables right in with the beef and the spices, and then we're going to get it really combined, get the flavors melding together, and then we are going to put it under pressure. So we're going to get everything put together. So let's go take a look and see what spices we're going to use for these Sloppy Joes. The meat is cooking behind me, and what we're going to do is we are going to put together these spices. So what I like to use is I like to use garlic powder, some kind of granulated garlic or garlic powder, and I always go for organic when I can. So we are going to go ahead and put, now I usually do not measure. I like to eyeball, and I'm pretty good with eyeballing. So if you're looking for measurements, unfortunately you're not going to get any measurements because I just do not measure. To me, it's all trial and error, but I pretty much know how much of everything. So now this here is organic garlic powder, and then we are going to use some of that sweet paprika. That's how we're going to get the sweet. Sloppy Joes are usually pretty sweet, and I like to put a good amount of the sweet paprika in there. I am not going to be using sugar. If you want to add brown sugar or white sugar, refined sugar, go ahead, by all means, go ahead and put that in there, but we are not going to be using that. We are going to use a little bit of that pink Himalayan salt. So we are going to put a little bit of that in here, a little bit of that pink Himalayan salt. Really good flavors there. We don't need a whole lot of that salt because we are also going to use some of that what's that here sauce right there, some of that Worcestershire sauce, what's that here sauce. So we're going to put a little bit of that in there as well. We're going to put a little bit of mustard in it. We don't need a whole lot of mustard, but we are going to put a little bit of mustard in there, but all of this is going to go in just a little bit later. And what I also like to use is some organic balsamic vinegar, and this one here is key. This, I believe this here is key to pretty much this whole recipe. This here gives you a good pungent flavor, a nice sweet flavor, a nice vinegar flavor, not just from the mustard. We're not going to put a whole lot of mustard. Mustard is optional. Sometimes I don't even put mustard in it. Today I will, but this here, for me, this here is key to this entire dish. So we're gonna let the meat finish cooking through, then we're gonna put all this stuff in there, and I will be right back. All right, so I forgot to tell you what tomato product I will be using in this, and this will be San Marzano tomatoes. I think these are the best, the sweetest. It gives you the best flavor as far as a canned tomato product, and these are the San Marzano tomato puree. So this is the tomato product we will be using in this Sloppy Joe recipe. Okay, so the meat is pretty much all cooked. It's all, so now what we want to do is we want to get the onions and the bell peppers, the green bell peppers, the sweet red bell peppers. We want to get everything starting to cook in there with that meat. Get all those flavors starting to combine. So we're going to put all that in there. We're going to give it a good stir, and we're going to cook this for probably about another 5 minutes, just so these vegetables get a little bit soft. We don't want to cook them too much because they're going to be under pressure for about 10 minutes. We're going to have this under pressure for about 10 minutes, but as soon as this cooks for about 5 minutes, then we're going to add all of the spices and the rest of the ingredients to this Instant Pot. One thing I forgot to add to my spice mixture here, I did mention the sweet paprika, but I also like to use a little bit of the smoked paprika as well. So I did go ahead and put a little bit of that in there. a little bit of that smoked paprika, and that pretty much emptied that out. I'm all out of that now. And we're also going to put a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper into that spice mixture as well. So once again, just to sum up what we have here in the spice mixture is we have a little bit of black pepper. We have quite a bit of sweet paprika, some smoked paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and that sums up the spice mixture. And we're going to go ahead and put that spice mixture into the Instant Pot, and we're going to wake these spices up, as well as we're also going to put in some of that organic balsamic vinegar. This stuff, this flavor is just amazing, and we're going to get the tomatoes in there. But first, we're going to put this spice mixture in there, and we got to give this a couple of minutes just to wake up these spices a little bit. So let's do it. All right, we got that all. This is coming together. This is smelling fantastic. And now we're going to put that spice mixture in there. Don't need packaged spices or anything like that. Everything fresh, everything tasting delicious. Fresh is key. A lot of the spices, when I can, like cumin and that, if I was going to use cumin, I like to grind my own spices versus buying them ground. But there's certain things like onion powder and garlic powder that you just can't grind yourself, so you have to buy it that way. But this is coming together really, really nicely. So we're going to go ahead and give this about a minute just to wake all these spices up, and then we're going to put the rest of the stuff in here and bring it to pressure. All right, so I went ahead and turned off the saute on the Instant Pot, and we're going to go ahead and put the rest of the ingredients in here. We are going to put some of that balsamic vinegar, just about a tablespoon or two. A little bit of that mustard. Not a whole lot. We don't need a whole lot of mustard. We're going to go ahead and dump in the tomato puree. Worcestershire sauce. Some of that what's that here sauce. So we're going to put in a few splashes of that. So we're not putting any sugar in here. The tomatoes, the sweet paprika, the Worcestershire sauce, the balsamic vinegar, everything will add a sweetness. The sweet bell pepper, everything is going to add, all this stuff is going to add a sweetness to it that is unbelievable. We do not need that added sugar. So now we're going to get all this stir to combined, get all of this nicely mixed up, and the only thing left to do is bring it to pressure, which is what we're going to do right now. All right, so we have the lid on the Instant Pot, and we are going to bring it to pressure. So we are going to hit pressure, and it is on, if you can see, it's on 12 minutes, and that's where we're going to leave it. I think previously I said 10, but I am going to do 12. And we are going to, there it goes, it's going to pressure. And then after it's done, we're not going to do a natural release, we're going to do a quick release. And then it's time to, after that, it's time to plate it up and see what it looks like, and it is going to be amazing. Stay tuned. All right, it is done. And we are going to now do the quick release because I cannot wait. Usually that takes just about a minute for the quick release. As soon as you see that pin drop, then we can go ahead and safely open up this pot. There we go. So now we can go ahead and open up this Instant Pot and take a look. And be careful because it is hot. Steamy, hot, and there you go. Instant Pot, Sloppy Joe, and the only thing left to do is to put it on a bun. There we have it, the Instant Pot Sloppy Joe. And the only thing left to do is take a bite. And it is sloppy. See if I can do this with one hand. Oh, it's all falling out. Sloppy, hot. Got all that steam. Excellent. You gotta try this. Try that recipe. Thanks for everybody for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I'll talk to everybody on my next video.